Very good morning to dear students. Welcome back to our lecture of control system. So in the last lecture we discussed in detail about the concept of mathematical modeling of a given control system, and we also solved some numerical on how to obtain the mathematical modeling of a given mechanical system irrespective of its type, whether it is in the form of say translatory motion type or you can say in the form of rotational motion type. And in the last lecture I also give you some numerical in the form of assignment number 1, which you have to solve and submit before the deadline. In this lecture we are going to start one of the most important topic from unit number 1, which is nothing but the concept of transfer function. So let us try to understand the meaning of transfer function and why transfer function is required for a given control system, which type of informations we are going to get from transfer functions, that all aspect, theoretical aspect related to transfer functions we are going to cover in this session. So first of all, let us try to define, or you can say what will be the definition of transfer function. Transfer function is nothing but a parametric function of a given control system. That means it only depends on the system parameter. It is independent on the type of input which is applied in the form of excitation to that particular system. कहने का मतलब है कि ट्रांसफर फंक्शन एक पॉलिनोमियल फंक्शन है which is normally defined in terms of S domain, which only depends on system parameter. It does not depends on the type of input which is applied in the form of excitation to that particular system. So that function is nothing but transfer function. Now let us try to understand this particular definition in more practical sense. Let us consider that we are having a physical control system which is represented by a block diagram like this. So this block indicate the block diagram representation of a given control system, and in this block, definitely because we are interested to define the behavior of control system, we are going to write some mathematical, what we can say, function which only depends on system parameter. So here we are having a parametric function of a system whose value only depends on system parameter, and let us consider that the parametric function of a given system is indicated by symbol small g of t. And one thing you have to remember, that while writing this parametric equation, or you can say parametric function which only depends on system parameter, we assume that all the initial conditions of that systems are nothing but zero. कहने का मतलब ऐसा है कि सपोज आपके पास में ये गिवन फिजिकल कंट्रोल सिस्टम इलेक्ट्रिकल के फॉर्म में है, जिसके पास might be possible कि we are having a combination of your resistor, capacitor and inductor which may be connected in series, or you can say parallel combination. By the knowledge of our previous, what we can say, lecture, we know that inductor and capacitor have the flexibility to store energy either in the form of magnetic field, or you can say in the form of electric charge. So while writing this parametric function which only depends on the system parameter, what we assume that the initial condition of a system is zero. That means जो आपके, अगर मान लो आपके इलेक्ट्रिकल सर्क्यूट के अंदर में अगर इंडक्टर अवेलेबल है तो इनिशियली नेट रेसिडुअल मैग्नेटिज्म जीरो है. अगर कैपेसिटर आपके सर्किट में अवेलेबल है तो हमने ऐसा अज्यूम किया है कि जो नेट व्हाट वी कैन से चार्ज स्टोर रहेगा वो पर्टिकुलर कैपेसिटर में, वो भी क्या रहेगा, जीरो रहेगा. दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. सो हियर we are having the representation of our given control system via a parametric function indicated by symbol g of t, by assuming all initial conditions to be zero, and to this system we applied some input in the form of excitation. Let us consider that it is indicated by symbol small r of t. So this small r of t indicate the reference input which is applied in the form of excitation to this control system, and when we apply this reference input in the form of excitation to this parametric function of a control system, definitely it is going to generate some output, or you can say response. So that output or response is indicated by symbol small c of t. Now this indicate what? The block diagram representation of our given, what we can say, control system, but in time domain. Now suppose if you are interested to represent the same, what we can say, system in frequency domain, then what we need to do? We need to apply the concept of what? Laplace transform. So if you apply Laplace transform to the above, what we can say, equation, we can rewrite the equation, or we can say we can represent the above, what we can say, system in this particular fashion. So again we are having the block which represent the parametric function of a given, what we can say, control system, but now because we applied Laplace transform, instead of writing small g of t, we are going to write here as capital G of s. So capital G of s indicate what? The parametric function of a given control system, but in frequency domain. Again, to this system we applied some reference input signal, which is indicated by symbol r of t, but in time domain, if you apply Laplace transform, this can be written as capital R of s, where capital R of s indicate reference input which is applied as an excitation to our control system. Now, when we apply this reference input as an excitation to this control system, definitely it is going to generate some output, or you can say response, and in frequency domain that is going to be like capital C of s. So here capital C of s indicate the controlled output, or you can say response generated by this system when it is excited by a reference input signal, which is nothing but R of s. So this is nothing but the block diagram representation of our control system, but in frequency domain. Now, if you want to write a mathematical equation in between, or which provide a correlation between your R of s, G of s and C of s, so we can write to this input, or you can say to this particular system, which is represented by a parametric function G of s, if we applied some reference input signal R of s, it is going to generate some controlled output in the form of C of s. So mathematically we can write a correlation between output parametric function of your system and the input like this. Output of system is nothing but input of a system times the parametric function of given system, which is indicated by either G of t, or you can say G of s. Now, because we indicate the block diagram of our given what we can say control system in frequency domain, so we are going to use these what we can say expressions to write the component in this equation. So output is nothing but C of s, which is nothing but input like R of s multiplied by parametric function of your given control system, which is nothing but G of s, which is very important. Now, if you rewrite the expression, we can write here as G of s is nothing but C of s whole divided by R of s. Let this equation number 1. Now, this G of s is known as transfer function of given control system. So this G of s is known as transfer function of our given control system. Now, how to define transfer function from equation number 1? Now, see here, this C of s indicate the Laplace transform of output, which is nothing but response, because if you see this particular block diagram, here we have represented the given what we can say system in time domain. So this small c of t indicate the response of control system in time domain, but if you applied Laplace transform, we are getting C of s, which is nothing but again the response of your given control system, but in frequency domain. So this C of s indicate what? Laplace transform of response in frequency domain. This R of s indicate what? Laplace transform of input again in frequency domain. But while writing or while defining this parametric function, we assume all initial conditions are 0. So here all initial conditions we have assumed to be 0. So what will be the definition for transfer function? Transfer function is defined as the ratio of Laplace transform of output to the Laplace transform of input by assuming all initial conditions to be 0. That is the exact definition of transfer function. In sometimes transfer function is also defined as a parametric function of a given control system whose value only depends on system parameter. It is not depends on the type of input which is applied in the form of excitation to that particular system. But remember one thing, that while writing or while defining that parametric function, we need to assume all initial conditions of that particular system to be 0. So it is another what we can say way to define the concept of what? Transfer function. In some book, we may also define transfer function like it is the Laplace transform of impulse response of a control system. Now, what is the meaning of this? So, in order to understand the meaning of that particular definition, let us consider our base case. Let us consider that this is nothing but our first case in which we have represented our given control system in this particular fashion. where this indicates the parametric function of a system in the form of g of t by assuming all initial conditions to be 0. This indicates the input which is applied in the form of excitation, which is nothing but r of t, and here we are having what we can say controlled output in the form of c of t. Now suppose in this particular case, the type of input signal which we have considered in order to examine the behavior of our control system is nothing but impulse test input signal. So in that case, the value of this r of t is nothing but del of t. तो हमने क्या assume किया कि ये जो particular system है इसको मैंने एक input apply किया, and the input is nothing but your impulse input which is applied in the form of excitation in order to understand the behavior of that particular system. Now if you apply the concept of Laplace transform to this particular topology, what we are going to get? We are going to get the value of r of s is nothing but Laplace transform of impulse, which is nothing but 1, because we know that Laplace of what we can say impulse input is nothing but what? 1. So if you put the value of r of s as 1 in this particular equation, what we will get? We will get c of s, which is nothing but r of s, and the value of r of s is nothing but 1 multiplied by g of s. Or we can write here as c of s is nothing but g of s, or I can simply write here as g of s is nothing but c of s. Now what is g of s? G of s is nothing but what? Transfer function of your given what we can say control system, but in this case we are getting the value of g of s as c of s when we select the type of input excitation is nothing but your impulse test input signal. Now this c of s I can write here as Laplace transform of c of t. I can write this c of s I can written as Laplace transform of c of t. Now what is this c of t? This c of t indicate the response of control system when it is excited by impulse input सिग्नल. कहने का मतलब ऐसा है कि जब मैंने मेरे सिस्टम को जो इनपुट सिग्नल अप्लाई किया था वो इंपल्स था, तो उस केस में उसने कुछ तो भी आउटपुट जनरेट किया, एंड दैट आउटपुट इज इंडिकेटेड बाय सिंबल c of t. So this c of t is nothing but the impulse response of a control system. और ये impulse response of control system का हमने क्या किया? Laplace transform find out किया, और ultimately हमें वो क्या मिला? Transfer function मिला. That is the reason in some book transfer function is also defined as the Laplace transform of impulse response of a control system. So this is another what we can say technique to define the concept of what? Transfer function. So first definition is it is nothing but the ratio of Laplace transform of output by Laplace transform of input by assuming all initial conditions to be 0. Second definition is it is nothing but a parametric function of a system which is normally defined in frequency domain by assuming all initial conditions to be 0, and it only depends on system parameter. It does not depends on the type of input which is applied in the form of excitation to it. Third definition is sometimes Laplace transform is also defined as the Laplace transform of impulse response of control system. So in this way we can have the flexibility to define the concept of what? Transfer function. Now the second topic which we are going to cover in this lecture is what informations we will get from transfer function. For example, if you know the transfer function of a given control system, so basic information that we will get from transfer function of a control systems, वो क्या information है that we are going to learn. Now basic informations that we will get from transfer function. So what are those basic informations? First information which we will get from transfer function is nothing but we are in a position to determine the zeros of given control system. Second thing is that we are in a position to determine the poles of given control system. Third thing is that we are in a position to determine the overall gain of given control system. Apart from this, there are some more parameters which we are in a position to determine. Once we know the transfer function of that particular system, we are in a position to determine its stability, whether the system is stable, unstable, or you can say marginally stable. But the thing is that we are going to learn in detail in coming what we can say sessions. But for time being, let us consider that these are the basic three parameters, or you can say information, which we will get from the transfer function of a given control system. First of all, we are in a position to determine what will be the zero of a given control system, what will be the poles of a given control system, and what will be the overall gain of that particular control system. Now, what is the meaning of zeros? Zeros of control system क्या है और किस तरीके से उसे हम define करेंगे? So we know that the transfer function is nothing but the ratio of Laplace transform of output by Laplace transform of input by assuming all initial conditions to be zero. Now, what is the meaning of this? Zeros of control system. If you see this definition very clearly, I can define transfer function is nothing but the ratio of two polynomial. Both the polynomials are defined in frequency domain, or you can say in S domain. So this indicate the numerator polynomial of your system, and this indicate the denominator polynomial of system, or you can say of transfer function. Now, what is the meaning of zeros of control system? Zeros are nothing but the roots of numerator polynomial of transfer function. कहने का मतलब ऐसा है कि न्यूमरेटर में जो भी पॉलिनोमियल फंक्शन है दैट वी हैव डिफाइंड इन टर्म्स ऑफ फ्रीक्वेंसी डोमेन, और यू कैन से एस डोमेन, इस पर्टिकुलर इक्वेशन को अगर आप इक्वेट करोगे जीरो से और इसको अगर आप सॉल्व करोगे तो जो भी आपको एस के वैल्यू मिलेंगे, बिकॉज वी डिफाइन दिस पॉलिनोमियल इन टर्म्स ऑफ एस इन फ्रीक्वेंसी डोमेन, सो डेफिनेटली वॉट एवर द एक्सप्रेशंस व्हिच वी आर हैविंग विद अस दैट इज इन द फॉर्म ऑफ एस, और जब आप उसको सॉल्व करोगे तो आपको कुछ एस के वैल्यूज मिलेंगे. So those values of s, or you can say the roots of numerator polynomial of transfer function, are nothing but the zeros of given control system, and zeros are normally indicated by circle, or you can say symbol O or circle. Zeros हमेशा हम लोग normally O symbol से या फिर आप circle symbol से indicate करोगे. So what is zeros? Zeros are nothing but the roots of numerator polynomial of transfer function. In the same way, what do you mean by poles of control system? So poles are nothing but the roots of denominator polynomial function of the transfer function. कहने का मतलब है कि जो भी डिनोमिनेटर में आपके पास में पॉलिनोमियल फंक्शन रहेगा विच वी डिफाइन इन टर्म्स ऑफ एस, उसको अगर आप इक्वेट करोगे जीरो से और उसको अगर आप सॉल्व करोगे तो जो भी आपको आउटपुट फाइनल वैल्यूज मिलेंगे एस के, दोज इंडिकेट द पोल्स ऑफ ए गिवन कंट्रोल सिस्टम. सो by knowing the transfer function of a given what we can say control system, we are in a position to find out what will be the zero of a control system, which are nothing but the roots of numerator polynomial of transfer function. We are in a position to determine what will be the poles of control system, which are nothing but the roots of denominator polynomial of a given what we can say transfer function. And normally the poles of control systems are indicated by symbol cross. So you have to remember this. Zeros हमेशा हम लोग सर्कल से या फिर O से इंडिकेट करेंगे, पोल्स हमेशा हम लोग क्रॉस से ही इंडिकेट करेंगे. Sometimes the denominator polynomial function of a transfer function is also known as characteristic equation of transfer function, or you can say of your control system. So denominator polynomial function बोलना क्या, the characteristic equation of transfer function बोलना क्या, they are nothing but the same. By obtaining the roots of numerator polynomial of your transfer function, we are in a position to obtain the zeros of control system, and by obtaining the roots of denominator polynomial of your what we can say transfer functions, we are in a position to obtain the poles of your control system. So this you have to remember. Now the third point is we are in a position to determine the overall gain of a control system. So how to determine the overall gain of the control system? So for that, let us consider the general representation of transfer function for any physical system. So here we are going to write the representation of transfer function for any general physical system. कोई भी physical system अगर आप लो तो उसका अल्टीमेटली आप ट्रांसफर फंक्शन इस पर्टिकुलर मैथमेटिकल इक्वेशन में नोट डाउन कर सकते हैं या फिर आप राइट डाउन कर सकते हैं. So what will be the general, what we can say, expression to represent the transfer function of any physical system, which is very important. कोई भी physical system आप लो. So the mathematical expression to represent any physical system is like this. So transfer function is nothing but g of s, which is in the form of ratio of what we can say two polynomial. In numerator we are having one polynomial, in denominator we are having another polynomial. But remember one thing, that both the polynomials are defined in frequency domain, or you can say in s domain. So here we are having a n s to the power n plus a n minus 1 s to the power n minus 1 plus a n minus 2 s to the power n minus 2 plus so on, plus here we are having a naught. In the same way denominator में हमारे पास में एक और polynomial function रहेगा, which is indicated by this equation bm s to the power m plus bm minus 1 s to the power m minus 1 plus bm minus 2 s to the power m minus 2 plus so on. Finally we are having b naught. Now suppose we want to write this particular equation in more what we can say generalized way. Suppose we want to make the coefficient of highest power of what we can say s in numerator polynomial as well as denominator polynomial as 1. Suppose we want this particular term to be 1, this particular term to be 1. So what we need to do, we need to take common an from numerator polynomial and we will take common bm from denominator polynomial. So if you rearrange the term by taking common an from numerator and bm from denominator, we can write this equation like this: an whole divided by bm multiplied by rest of the thing. So here we are having Sn plus an minus 1 divided by an whole to the power Sn minus 1 plus an minus 2 whole divided by an s to the power n minus 2 plus and so on, and finally here we are having a naught divided by an. In the same way we can write the expression for denominator polynomial as s to the power m plus bm minus 1 whole divided by bm s to the power m minus 1 plus bm minus 2 by bm s to the power m minus 2 plus so on up to b naught by bm. So this will be your equation number 2. So if you see equation number 2 very carefully, here the ratio of an by bm, let us consider that it is indicated by symbol k and the rest of the thing is as it is. So this k, which is nothing but the ratio of an by bm, is known as overall gain of control system, which is very, very important, and normally it is indicated by symbol k. So what is k? K is nothing but the overall gain of your control system, which is the ratio of an by bm, where an is nothing but the coefficient of highest power of s available in numerator polynomial of your transfer function, and bm is nothing but the coefficient of highest power of s available in the denominator polynomial of your transfer function. So the ratio of an by bm is nothing but the overall gain of your control system. That you have to remember. Now for any physical system, there is a specific relationship between this m and n, this m and this n, or you can say this m and this what we can say n. They must have a specific relationship between them for any physical what we can say system. So what is the relationship between this m and n? So for any practical physical what we can say system, the value of m is always more than or at the max equal to n. This you have to remember. कोई भी physical system आप लो, जब भी आप वो physical system का ट्रांसफर फंक्शन ऑब्टेन करोगे और अगर वो आपका फिजिकल सिस्टम प्रैक्टिकलिटी पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से एप्लीकेबल है, तो वो पर्टिकुलर सिस्टम के ट्रांसफर फंक्शन में हमेशा m और n ये पर्टिकुलर रिलेशन फॉलो करेंगे. दैट मींस द वैल्यू ऑफ m इज ऑलवेज मोर देन और एट द मैक्स इक्वल टू n. कहने का मतलब ऐसा है कि डिनोमिनेटर के केस में जो पावर ऑफ s है वो हमेशा न्यूमरेटर के केस से ज्यादा ही रहेगा, या एट द मैक्स ये दोनों सेम रहेंगे। ऐसा नहीं होगा कि आपके न्यूमरेटर में s का पावर ज्यादा है, डिनोमिनेटर में s का पावर कम है। इसका मतलब कि वो सिस्टम प्रैक्टिकलिटी पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू इंप्लीमेंटेड है ही नहीं, मतलब वो सिस्टम का ट्रांसफर फंक्शन एक तो गलत तरीके से निकाला गया है, या फिर वो प्रैक्टिकलिटी में अप्लीकेबल ही नहीं है। फॉर एनी फिजिकल सिस्टम the relationship between m and n, where m indicate the highest power of s available in denominator polynomial and n indicate the highest power of s available in numerator polynomial, the value of m is always more than or at the max equal to n. This is applicable for any what we can say physical system. So in this way we are in a position to obtain the value of poles, or you can say the value of zeros, or you can say the overall gain of a given what we can say control system, if you know the transfer function of that particular system. Now let us try to write the properties of transfer function. What will be the properties of transfer function? So there are some 4 to 5 properties which you have to remember as far as the domain of transfer functions is concerned. So let us discuss those properties one by one. Properties of transfer function. So the first property of transfer function is nothing but it is the ratio of two polynomials which are defining in what we can say S domain. So the first property is it is the ratio of two polynomials which are defined in S domain. This is very important. Second thing is that transfer function is nothing but the parametric function of a given system. That means it only depends on system parameter. जब तक कि आपका सिस्टम चेंज नहीं होगा तब तक कि उसका करस्पॉन्डिंग ट्रांसफर फंक्शन चेंज नहीं होगा। अगर आपके सिस्टम के पैरामीटर को चेंज किया तो करस्पॉन्डिंग टू दैट चेंज इन व्हाट वी कैन से पैरामीटर वैल्यू, उसका ट्रांसफर फंक्शन भी क्या होगा, चेंज होगा। So second property of transfer function is it is a parametric function of system. It only depends on the what we can say parameter of what we can say system. It is independent of input excitation applied. Independent of input excitation. This is second property. Third property is nothing but while obtaining the transfer function of a given what we can say control system, we need to assume all initial conditions to be 0. So initial conditions are assumed to be 0 while obtaining the transfer function of any what we can say control system. Then fourth what we can say property of transfer function is nothing but it is applicable to linear time invariant system only, or you can say linear time invariant LTIV, or you can say LIV. So the fourth what we can say property of transfer function is nothing but it is applicable to linear time invariant what we can say control system only. Now the fifth property of transfer function is nothing but if you see the definition of transfer function, it is nothing but the ratio of Laplace transform of output by Laplace transform of input by assuming all initial conditions to be 0. And for any physical system, as I told you that for any physical system, the correlationship between m, where m is nothing but the highest power of s available in denominator polynomial, and n, where n is nothing but the highest power of s available in numerator polynomial, they has to specify this condition, that is m is always greater than or at the max equal to n. So ये 5 basic property है that we need to what we can say implement in order to obtain the value of transfer function of a given what we can say control system. या फिर आप कोई भी control system का transfer function obtain करो, आपके पास में basic 5 properties देखने को मिलेगा. सबसे पहला it is the ratio of two polynomial which we are going to define in frequency domain, or you can say S domain. Second thing is that it is the parametric function of a given control system and it is independent of what we can say input excitation. Third, in order to obtain the transfer function of a given control system, we assume that all initial conditions to be 0. Fourth is it is applicable to linear time invariant system only. That is the reason in first lecture of control system, I told you that linear time invariant system plays an important role, and normally we assume most of the cases the type of system is like this fashion. The thing is that because the logic, or you can say the concept of transfer function, is applicable to this type of systems only. Then point number 5 is, for any physical system, the relation between m and n is defined by this equation. That means the value of m is always greater than or at the max equal to what we can say n. So these are the properties of transfer function. Now let us try to solve one numerical on this topic in order to understand the concept of transfer function in more detailed manner. So for that, let us consider that we are having a mathematical modeling of a physical system like this, or which is defined by a partial differential equation like this: d2 c of t by dt square plus 10 d c of t by dt plus 5 c of t, which is going to be equal to 7 dr of t by dt plus r of t. So this is given to us. So this indicate what? The mathematical modeling of any, what we can say, physical system which is represented in differential, what we can say, equation. So कोई तो भी एक physical system है, उसका differential equation के form में mathematical modeling हमारे पास available है, and our objective is to find out the transfer function of this particular system. ये हमें निकालना है. अब इस equation को अगर आप गौर से देखोगे, so here this c of t indicate the controlled output of given system, and r of t indicate the reference input, and this indicate the overall, what we can say, mathematical modeling of our given, what we can say, system in time domain. So as I told you that transfer function is nothing but what? The Laplace transform of what we can say, ratio of Laplace transform output by Laplace transform of input by assuming all initial conditions to be 0. So here in the numerical it is not mentioned, so by default we are assuming that the initial conditions of c of t and r of t are nothing but what? 0. Now in order to obtain transfer function, what we need to do? We need to apply Laplace transform to this particular equation. So let this is nothing but your equation number 1. So if you apply Laplace transform to equation 1, apply Laplace transform to equation 1, we are getting here as s square into capital C of s plus 10 into s capital C of s, then plus 5 into capital C of s, which is going to be equal to 7 into capital R of s. It has to multiply by s into capital R of s, plus here we are having capital R of s. Let us check whether we apply the Laplace transform properly or not. Here we are having s square into capital C of s plus 10s into C of s plus 5c of s, 7s into R of s plus R of s. Now because we know that transfer function is nothing but the ratio of Laplace transform output by Laplace transform of input, so definitely we need to rearrange this particular expression in this fashion. So let us try to have C of s, C of s, C of s common. So I am taking C of s common. So here we are having s square plus 10s plus 5, which is nothing but, if you take R of s common, here we are having 7s plus 1. Now if you rearrange the term in this fashion, we can write here as C of s by R of s is nothing but 7s plus 1 whole divided by s square plus 10s plus 5. So this indicate the transfer function of a given, what we can say, physical system, which is represented by this differential equation. So C of s indicate the Laplace transform output, R of s indicate the Laplace transform of input. So the ratio of Laplace transform output by Laplace transform of input by assuming all initial conditions to be 0 is nothing but the transfer function indicated by symbol TF, or you can say G of s. So the transfer function for this system is nothing but 7s plus 1 whole divided by s square plus 10s plus 5. Now if you compare this equation with our general, what we can say, standard form, here the value of m is nothing but 2. Highest power of s available in denominator polynomial is nothing but 2, and the highest power of s available in numerator polynomial is nothing but 1. And I told you that for any physical system, the value of m is always more than or at the max equal to n. So here 2 is greater than 1, which is applicable. So this is what the beauty of transfer function, and the basic what we can say concept behind transfer function. What is transfer function, how to define transfer function, and what are the basic what we can say properties of transfer function. So this you have to remember. There is another what we can say definition to define transfer function. In general, roughly हम ऐसा बोल सकते हैं, because if you see the definition of transfer function, it is nothing but the ratio of Laplace transform output by Laplace transform of input. But ultimately, if you see, it is nothing but the calculation of efficiency in frequency domain. Because if you see the definition of efficiency, it is nothing but output by input. And in transfer function, we are calculating what? The ratio of output by input. The thing is that we are defining that output in terms of frequency. We are defining that input in terms of frequency. So in general, हम ऐसा भी बोल सकते हैं कि transfer function is nothing but the method of calculating efficiency, or you can say efficacy of a given control system in frequency domain. Because ultimately we are calculating the efficiency of system in frequency domain. So this is in general, or you can say very rough definition of transfer function, but ultimately the exact definition is nothing but the ratio of Laplace transform output by Laplace transform of input by assuming all initial conditions to be 0. So in the next lecture we are going to solve some more numerical on transfer function. Till that, I request you all to revise all the theoretical aspects which I have what we can say delivered with or discussed with you in today's lecture. Thank you.